With the Double-A Somerset Patriots, Steven Cusumano joined alongside Yankees top prospect George Lombard Jr. And first and foremost, thank you so much for your time, George.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, it's great to have you here. You're the youngest guy on the team by a long shot. For you, being a first-round pick and coming up the way you did, what does it feel like just to get to Double-A this early on in your time with the organization?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great feeling. Getting to get experience at this level at my age, I feel like is always a great thing. No matter how it really goes, it's just learning and taking whatever you can from the game. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here, and hopefully we can get some wins.
Well, you got the non-roster invite to big league spring training too. You got to learn a lot there, obviously, as well. How cool was that, and who were some people you learned from, and what did you learn from them?
It was an awesome experience every single day, just being around all the guys in the clubhouse. I learned so much from so many different guys, but Volpe, Giancarlo, we had some great conversations. Judge, really all the guys, Goldie, Belly, we had a lot of great conversations, and it's definitely learned a lot of things that I'll take through the rest of my career.
I want to ask you again about your experience in big league spring training, just getting to know Aaron Boone a little bit better and getting to learn some things from him. I know when we talked to Cam Schlittler a little while ago, he came away with some takeaways from his non-roster invite about what he had to do to reach the next level. From your conversations with Booney, what do you feel it is that you have to do to take your game to the next level and potentially, force the issue of a call up to AAA?
Yeah, well, Booney was great. He's always treated me great. We had great baseball conversations. He was honest with me with everything and to the point, and that was one of the great things about him, I think. And he was great to play for. Had a lot of fun. And yeah, we had good conversations. About what I have to do. I wouldn't say we had any super specific conversations about that kind of stuff, but obviously it's just maturing and developing as a baseball player. Controlling my at-bats, making all the plays on defense, being a good base runner, being a good leader in the clubhouse. Kind of all of those, I think, go together, and once they start clicking and once they start developing, I think it kind of solves itself. So, yeah, it's just trying to be a little better every day.
We've seen a few young guys come through Somerset. Jason Dominguez was 19 when he was here. Mm-hmm. Anthony Volpe was 20 going on 21. And when they were the youngest guys in the clubhouse, it was interesting to see them kind of develop leadership qualities, and especially as a shortstop like Volpe was, and of course you are. What is it like being the youngest guy in the clubhouse, but playing a premium position? Obviously, you're a top prospect, and sort of understanding that the leadership aspect plays into what you're learning here too.
Yeah, it's really important. Jason, we're roommates in spring training. We've talked about some of this stuff a lot, and we talk pretty frequently. But and then I've also had great conversations with James Cooper, manager he was my manager in rookie ball in 23, last year in Tampa, and then this year in Hudson Valley. So we've built a great relationship too, and had some great conversations about this. But it's something that can set you apart from a lot of other players. It's something that is really important on winning teams, is having guys that aren't afraid to keep people accountable and lead by example, whether that means how you prepare every single day, how you handle yourself on the fields. It's something that I think is very important and kind of pushes the guys around you, helps everybody around you be a better version of themselves. So yeah, it's something I definitely take pride in for sure.
What kind of roommate is Jason Dominguez?
He was awesome. We had a lot of fun together, and yeah, it was a blast. He's pretty chill, pretty laid back. We kind of just vibed.
I want to ask you about Volpe again, because the day you got drafted, you mentioned that he texted you. What did that text say? How cool was that, just to get that welcome from one of the guys that maybe you were looking up to at that point in time?
It was awesome. It's something that I still have saved on my phone is from that day, and he was just reaching out, welcoming me, letting me know that if I need anything to reach out, and I was obviously really grateful for it. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting to spend some time with him and getting to work together.
What have you been able to pick up from him during spring training? And obviously he's won a Gold Glove his rookie year, and was a high school draftee just like you were. Very similar background and upbringing. What have you been able to soak up from Anthony?
Many things. I'd say one of the things that really jumps out to me is obviously everybody knows how talented he is, how good a baseball player he is, and that's why he's doing the things that he's doing at the highest level. But I think there's a lot of things that go unseen about how much he works and he cares about his craft and how much time and effort he puts into fine-tuning all of his skills. And I think that's what a big reason why he is so good. So you can take away a lot of things about how he works and how he goes about his work every day.
Well, we've seen you mostly at shortstop, but you've played second base, third base. You could play anywhere. How much pride do you take in that versatility and being able to play any position and play them very well?
A lot. I pride myself before I'm a shortstop, I'm a baseball player, and I really take pride in just being able to get thrown out there in any position and be a good defender. On the defensive side. So, it's obviously I love playing shortstop, but I can go out there and have a blast and play anywhere. It's just I love playing baseball overall.
We mentioned, too, the fact you were drafted very young, and you're still young. You're going to turn 20 during June here coming up. How far do you think you've come since you've been drafted? How different of a player do you think you are from the 2 years since it's been you were the first-round pick?
A lot. Obviously the physical part has developed a lot and will continue to develop, which is an important part in that, and then just maturing on the baseball side, whether that's knowing what it takes to prepare myself every single day, or taking care of my body, learning my swing, learning how I work on defense, just kind of learning yourself as a baseball player, I think, overall, and that comes with experience and getting games under your belt. So I definitely think I've grown in every aspect of the game, for sure.
You're part of an infield now that's kind of a blend of guys you played with down in Tampa last year and in Hudson Valley, like Dylan Hasso, and you're also part of an infield that's some really talented veterans of AA, like Max Burt and Alexander Vargas. How valuable is it to have that kind of blend of personalities, guys you're really comfortable with out there, and also guys you can probably learn some things from?
Yeah, I mean, like Hasso, I've played with him since we both signed in 23, and we've played together kind of all the way up. So obviously we're really close, and we spend a lot of time together. And then guys like you say, Vargas and Bird, and I've also built great relationships with both of them, and I've asked them a bunch of questions about this level and how it is playing there. And obviously they have a bunch of knowledge about being here and playing here. So there's things you can take away from everybody, and everybody's been great with me, so it's been a lot of fun.
Well, you spent a good chunk of time in High A, but not a ton. It was probably about 50 games. What are your first impressions of AA as far as how different the levels are? What sticks out about a couple weeks in here?
There's definitely a few. I guess being around the guys, you can kind of get the sense that guys are older, guys are more mature, guys have spent a little more time around the game, so it's probably just a little bit of a different feel, a little bit of different how the game is played every single day. So pitchers are probably a little bit more experienced. Just there's things like that. Everybody kind of knows what they're doing a little bit more in the sense of how they're trying to attack, how they're going about their stuff every single day. So it's been great.
Well, one thing you mentioned a couple minutes ago when we first started was we're going to win some games here. How valuable is it to win games at the minor league level? You won a lot of games with Hudson Valley last year, went to a championship with them. I mean, it's minor league baseball. The goal is to get to the big leagues and player development, but how valuable is it to learn how to win and foster that kind of chemistry in the clubhouse this early on?
For sure. I think the most important thing, obviously, we kind of talk about how the minor leagues is for development, and it is, but I think that a very important factor in that is learning how to win games, and I've always taken pride in that, whether that was coming up when I was really young or through high school, and it was always something that was preached to me is that you play to win always, and I think it's really important. It's how I go out there and play every single day is trying to win games, so it's always a big priority for me.
And, of course, a lot of that instilled from your parents, too, your mom and dad. And, of course, your dad played a good amount of time in the big leagues as well. For you growing up, just kind of learning under his tutelage and being under his wing, how valuable was that to your early stages when you're a teenager and even younger growing up nearby big league clubhouses?
Very. I am very grateful for the opportunity and how blessed I was to grow up around the game as much as I did. And him coaching with several teams and me being around clubhouses, being around big leaguers a lot, and being able to learn from them and learn how they work, learn the lifestyle, learn what it takes. It's something that has helped me a ton, just being comfortable and being familiar with the things that kind of happen in the life I'm living now. So yeah, I'm obviously really grateful for it, and yeah, it's helped me a ton.
What are some of your earliest memories from back then, whether it be a certain player that took some time to chat with you when you were a kid, or just any kind of memory that sticks out from when you were a kid growing up around your dad?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I remember when my dad was at Dodgers, I remember Kike Hernandez taking me out there a bunch of times to take ground balls. It was always a blast for me. I loved doing it, and watching and talking with Corey Seager a lot when he was doing his thing in LA, and I learned a lot from him as well. And probably a lot of other things that I couldn't go through all of them right now. But yeah, there was a bunch of guys that helped me out in so many different ways, and I'm always really grateful for it.
And I've heard you say before too that Corey Seager was kind of a role model of yours, and someone you maybe looked up to when you were coming up in high school too. How did that develop? How did you develop that kind of affinity for watching him play, and what do you see of maybe yourself that you see in him?
Well, yeah, obviously there's the aspect of him being a bigger frame shortstop, like myself. So that was obviously one of the big ones that I kind of focused on a lot and watched a lot, and just his work ethic and his confidence. Like he goes out there, he knows how good he is, and I think it's what makes him one of the big reasons why he's as good as he is just his belief in himself.
Well, I want to ask one more thing about your dad too. Obviously, he's going through the everyday grind of being with the Tigers coaching staff. How constantly are you guys speaking, and are you picking his brain about certain things that maybe come up for you when you're at this level?
Yeah, we talk a lot. I mean, my family is really close, but I talk with my parents probably most days, pretty much every day. And yeah, sometimes we talk about baseball stuff at this level. Sometimes we stay away from it. It's kind of just depending on the day. We talk about things that happen in games at the big leagues. We both are really big baseball people. We just love talking about things that happen in the sport, things you can learn from. So yeah, we have baseball conversations all the time, and I'm always trying to learn from each other. Really, it's really great having someone like that we can just talk about baseball, talk about things that happen in my game if I want to, and also my brother joins in on some of the conversations sometimes. So yeah, we have some good conversations.
Everyone always asks about your dad for good reason, but Mother's Day just passed, and obviously your mom's a huge influence on your life. What kind of an influence has she been, and how has she helped you get to this point?
She's been more than I could ever ask for. I'm happy we're doing this segment because she definitely deserves a shout out. But yeah, she was a great athlete too. I mean, college gymnast. She played a bunch of sports in high school, so she likes to claim we get her. My brother and I get our athletic genes from her, but she's been super important in both of our lives. When my dad was away coaching or playing, she was there taking care of us, making sure we got to all of our baseball stuff, all of our different sporting events, all of our tournaments, traveling the whole summer with us. And yeah, there's no way that either of us would be where we are without her. So yeah, we'll always be very grateful for all the time and effort and love that she's put into us.
Well, awesome stuff, George. Thanks so much for your time. It's a great conversation, and best of luck the rest of the way, and continue winning some games here.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.